Hi Vogue, it's Ava Claire and I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine. Obviously this is not for Vogue yet. I've always loved watching Vogue beauty secret videos, so I figured I'd do my own. Now when it comes to makeup, my makeup first starts with skin prep, which is the same as my skincare. I keep it very simple. I first start off with a vitamin C serum. This is the vitamin C serum from the counter. And my face has already been washed just with some water. I like to let that sit for a minute and then I go in with a sunscreen. This one is my all-time favorite. This is one of my backups. I stock up on these every time I'm in Paris. This is the Vichy Capital Soleil SPF 50. I literally just do 3 sprays on my face and then rub it in. It's almost like an oil. It's definitely a unique product, but it's just so unbelievably hydrating. And I do have more dry skin. I like to go in with a light moisturizer. This is an OG of mine. This is the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I just use a little bit of this because the sunscreen hydrates my skin so much. Okay, now let's get into the makeup routine, which is my favorite part. I love to start the face with some kind of glowy, hydrating product. This one I absolutely love. This is from Live Tinted. This is their Glotion, and I love that it's SPF 50. And this is just a really nice product to prep the makeup. I really don't believe in primers. I go with one of my favorite products of all time, the NARS Pot Concealer, because I am acne prone. So I use this concealer on a little brush and just put it over any acne I have or any acne scars. But the thing about this concealer is it has to dry down to get that coverage. This is when I go in and start doing my lashes. Always giving my lashes a good curl. I think I've used the same mascara combo probably since I was in middle school. This is the best, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise line. First go in with their mascara primer, just a light coat of this on the lashes. I let that primer dry down for a minute and then go in with my mascara. Kind of just start on the ends of the lashes. And then I go to the base and kind of blink and work my way up. This can get very messy. And I do get it all over my eyelid, but that's just the only way I could do it to get the longest lashes possible. And then I jump back into the face. Next I like to go in with a pink correcting concealer under my eyes. This one is my favorite from NYX Cosmetics. Slightly blending this out with a pawpaw sponge. I've always loved a full coverage foundation. This one from Haus Labs is one of my favorites. I pretty much love everything Haus Labs makes. I love Lady Gaga. I will always love Haus Labs because they just make such good products, but they're also one of the first makeup brands that I got to work with. Then I go with my cream bronzer. This one's from Milani. I love one that you can just dip in, and I really love this dual brush from e.l.f. Just trying to keep my bronzer high on my face. Then I go in with blush, which is probably one of my favorite steps. These are kind of my favorite everyday products, but I do switch up my makeup products a lot just because I have so many and I just love playing with makeup. Started putting my blush really high on my face, almost under my eyes. This one's from Westman Atelier. I love their stuff. With a pretty full coverage concealer. This one's also from Live Tinted. I do really like their stuff. And I'm just gonna go under my eyes, and then I have a little acne on my chin that I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and go back and do my second layer of mascara, just the same way as I did the first one. Then I blend out the concealer and do one final blend on my face before we set. And then to set my face, the best thing I have ever used is the MAC Studio Fix foundation powder. I like a foundation powder for more coverage. And I always take a little puff. This one's pretty dirty. And I just press this in under the eyes. And then just the under eyes are set. And then I like to do my bronzer. I love a glowy bronzer. This is a baked bronzer from Dibs. And this is just to lock in those cream products anywhere that I put the cream bronzer, keeping this high on the face. Then I take a smaller brush and use the light side of this as my nose contour, but just a little line on my nose, on the tip of the nose, and then kind of bring it down from the brow bone. And then I go back in with my MAC powder and set the rest of the face. And the reason I did the bronzer first is because I feel like the powder kind of cleans it up. This powder is just gonna help blur everything. Then I'm ready to do my brows, so I just brush them up with the spoolie. And then I take my NYX Lift and Snatch pen. This thing is just so easy to use. I kind of just line the bottom of my brows and then kind of fill in any sparse areas, align the top, and then fill in right here. And I just kind of blend it in because it's very lightly pigmented. Then I have to go in with a brow gel. This one is from Make Beauty. Then jumping back into the lashes, some days I wear just my natural lashes. When I do that, I like to use a heated lash curler to give them a little lift. But today I want to do little falsies. I love false lashes. What I do is I use a glue liner. This is just so much easier to use. And then I cut a little lash to have it be more like a half lash. Get better at this with time. Going with some dramatic half lashes today. And then back to my favorite part, which is blush. About me is I love a beauty collab. So this is Beauty Creations Barbie. This kind of baby cool tone pink has become my favorite shade of blush on me. I've really tried all the different shades, hot pink, coral, all of them. I think this one looks the best on me. And I keep this pretty high on the cheeks. Even kind of blend it into the under eye a little bit. If you thought we were done with blush, think again. I love to use a glowy blush to top it off. These ones from Vogue are so pretty. These two shades that I love that I kind of mix a little bit. I'm just gonna top my blush and make the skin glowy. And before I forget, I take a dried out mascara, and this is what I use on my lower lashes. Because it's dried out, it's not as messy. Prep the eyes, I go in with an eyeshadow primer. This one is from Morphe. I'm liking this lately because I feel like it kind of carves out my brows a little bit. And then I'm ready for eyeshadow. So I've been loving this Beauty Creations Barbie palette. I kind of take a light taupey brown, and I just kind of put this all over the lid and into the crease, and a little bit of this dark brown and on a small brush, and kind of bring that under my eye. And then I'm gonna take just that dark brown, and I kind of make a little eyeshadow liner situation. And I'm like super messy with it, so I just blend it all out with my finger. And I'm gonna take some of this shimmer, put this on the inner part of the eyes. And I love like a blinding highlight, so lately I've been taking these highlight shades and put it on the tip of the nose, on the brow bone, also in the inner part of my eye, and almost blend it into that shimmer. Give those lashes a little light curl just so they blend. Put some of my Maybelline white eyeliner in the waterline. I just love the way this looks. And I take the lightest shade of this foundation powder. This one is from e.l.f. I'm gonna use this to kind of clean up that nose contour and brighten under the eyes. For lips, I like to line with a dark brown liner. This one is from Morphe. And I like a pinky lip, so I'm gonna go with this liquid lipstick. This is the shade Kylie from Kylie Cosmetics. And then I like to finish it off with a very bright lip gloss. This is the shade Claire from NYX. Again, this is the final makeup look, no filter. I just love it. This has just become my everyday look. It's definitely glam. That's all the tea on my makeup look. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.